there guys and gals, welcome back to BackPocketGameReviews, and today we are going to talk about the 10 best games that you should get for this holiday or Black Friday. So one of these is not actually going to be available on Black Friday, but again, this is an overall holiday and Black Friday video, and honestly I would have been hard pressed to find what was replacing this one at number 10, and it only got put at number 10 because it won't be out by Black Friday. So we're going to go through this list and talk about why each of these games was so amazing. This is essentially like my favorite games of 2018 right here. You might ask yourself, how is one on there if it hasn't released yet? You'll see. So at number 10 we have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So this is Super Smash Bros. For the Wii, but with every character, even the ones that were cut out from the Wii version. If this character has appeared in a Super Smash title, he's in there. Or her. Not to be sexist there. But that is coming out here in December, very early in December. And, well, it's Super Smash Bros. If you've played a Super Smash Bros. Game, you kind of get the gist of what it is. If you played the Wii U version, I mean, then you're well aware that this is probably one of the best versions of Super Smash Bros. So it is very exciting to have this coming over to the Switch, something I can take with me, something I can play more portably, and it should be easily one of the ultimate Smash games. See what I did there? Smash Ultimate? It's alright. I'm getting old. I'm allowed to have those jokes. Number 9, Mario Party. So the new Mario Party game did bring the Mario Party series back to where it kind of should be. It is more enjoyable. They've kind of been on a misstep for the last several games. This has the highest rated review scores since the original Mario Party on the N64, which says a lot because that's still regarded as one of the best Mario Parties of all time, and I would put this one up there with it. It is a very good Mario Party title. It's going to feel like one of the best party games you're probably going to play this generation. Not that there are a lot of them outside of the Jackbox Party Pack for you to really compete with. But if you do like the Mario Party games, I'd strongly suggest picking it up. The only downside with this is it only supports the Joy-Cons, so you need at least 2 sets of Joy-Cons if you want to have 4 people playing at once. Unless you want to do teams, you can do teams. That might still require the 4 controllers. I'm not honestly 100% sure. So, I have the 4 Joy-Cons, so that's how we played it. It still is going to have that kind of feature of luck with the random stars it doles out at the end. Number 8 on my list is going to be Fallout 76. Now, GameStop will have this on sale on Black Friday for $39.99, so if you're looking to pick it up, that might be a great option for you, especially since this game is not for everyone. It is going to be a Fallout game in name and exploration environment, and you're going to kind of lose a little bit of what most people expect out of a Fallout story, but it is still very much so like Fallout had a love child with Destiny. That's what it feels most like. And I mean the good parts of Destiny, not like the bad parts of Destiny. Not Destiny 2, in other words. Next up on my list is Forza Horizon 4. This will be on sale at pretty much every retailer on Black Friday, so if you're looking to pick up a copy of Forza Horizon 4, it is a gorgeous, amazing racing game. It takes place in the UK. It is absolutely astonishing. They did this whole season kind of aspect to it, so you're going to get to race in a whole bunch of different climates, including snow, which is kind of challenging, especially since there's no Mitsubishi Evolution in there, which absolutely drives me up a wall because that's the car that I usually like to pick in the Forza Horizon games, but I digress. It's still easily one of the best entries in the Forza series. 3 and 4, easily my 2 favorites. 3 was also because it was Australia and it had a beautiful, beautiful environment that you were racing around. So both these games are great. If you have Game Pass, you have access to this for $9.99 a month, alongside every other Xbox exclusive that came out this year. So, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, and then you also have access to Crackdown 3? Pretty sure it's 3. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the Crackdown series. Moving forward. Number 6, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. This is on sale pretty much, again, everywhere. It's also on sale on the Xbox and PSN stores and every retailer. So it just depends on what version you want to get there. But Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a lot more like Assassin's Creed Origins, where they kind of double down a little more on the RPG elements. You are going to have a grind. You are going to have to level up. You are not going to be the overpowered assassin that you are in like Brotherhoods or any of the Ezio games. Ezio games, you can just walk around and I mean, I literally could take on a horde of soldiers without ever having a problem. In this one, there's a lot of times where it's like, oh, they're a level above me, I'll be fine. No, that was the worst decision I ever made. Don't do that. But it takes place in ancient Greek history, so that's hence the name Odyssey, because you're on your own Odyssey. It does reference Odysseus and the actual Odyssey, the book, written by Homer. For those of you who aren't aware, Homer is because it's... No one really knows if that was just like a name, but not really the person. It's really hard to explain if you don't know what I'm already talking about. But I was really into Greek mythology and history when I was younger, so I would strongly suggest playing this game though. It is absolutely astonishingly beautiful. It's a lot of fun. There's going to be some pretty crazy stuff you can do in it, and it's quite the challenge. It's kind of like The Witcher. Thank you, Wolf, for getting that stuck in my head. It is essentially Assassin's Creed as The Witcher, but with real history mixed in. Next up on the list, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I know I never thought I would put a Call of Duty list on my favorite games that released for the year, but the new Call of Duty easily has the most polished Battle Royale mode, and it essentially feels like PUBG, but without any of the issues or bugs or problems. That's essentially what this Blackout mode is. They also did a lot to revamp their actual standard Team Deathmatch and their normal modes, and then they also did a lot with zombies. There are like 5 zombie maps right off the bat. The Arena one is absolutely a nightmare. The Titanic one is pretty cool. You'll have to check them out on your own. I strongly suggest this Call of Duty though, and I think it really shows that they did invest more time into perfecting the online multiplayer, and it makes me not really feel ripped off by the fact that they cut out a story, which was something I was somewhat concerned about. Like, one has to, like, if you're gonna cut the story, it has to show that you worked harder on the actual multiplayer, and it does. So, kudos to you, Treyarch. Number 4 on this, by the way, Call of Duty's on sale like everywhere. You can pick that up on a sale Black Friday, Xbox Live, PSN, all the retailers, it's on sale. Number 4, Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5 was one of my most anticipated games this year, and it didn't disappoint anything for me. I absolutely loved Far Cry 5. I loved the story to it. I loved what they did. The whole cult in the United States that you're taking down. It feels really good to play. It is absolutely a return back to them having a more interesting boss. Number 4's misstep was essentially that Pagan Min wasn't really that interesting of a protagonist. He wasn't like bad, it's just he wasn't quite what Voss was in 3, and most people started to kind of anticipate like, oh, it's gonna be the next bad guy. Yeah, the father is... Just go play it. It's a fantastic game. You're gonna shoot some cultists and you're gonna ram America down their throat. I mean, this game is going to be overwhelmingly America for you. I mean, America. Like, full out America. But it's a first-person shooter and it's a full story. And I mean, it's a good story. It is gonna take you a while to get through it. Giant open world. They even revamped the driving system because, well, let's face it, Far Cry's driving system has sucked since Far Cry's first release. Next up, we've got God of War. Again, this is gonna be on sale pretty much everywhere. GameStop has it for like 17 bucks. I believe Target has it for like 25, and I think Best Buy has it for like 20. Everyone's got it on sale. I think it's even on sale on PSN right now, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty cheap on there as well, if I'm not mistaken. But God of War's a fantastic game. I absolutely hated the God of War series. I liked the first game, the second game was okay, the third game was trash. Personal opinion, I get it, might not be a popular one, but they never really did too much to make it feel anything more than a hack and slash, whereas now it's still, its mechanics are a little more deep. The character of Kratos is a lot more deep, mostly because he has a kid. Typically when you have a kid, things start to matter more to you. If you don't have a child, you won't understand, but it's a fantastic game. You should pick up God of War. You won't regret it. It's one of the best exclusives I've ever played. Number 2 on this list is SpiderMan. Weird, because that's another exclusive for Sony, and I did this last year where Nintendo had Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, which was like astonishing to get both of those in one year. But here we are with Sony doing essentially the same thing that Nintendo did. 2 amazing games in 1 year. Spider-Man's fantastic. I usually absolutely hate licensed games. I would tell you to stay away from licensed games at pretty much all costs. Because, well, they're licensed games and they put no time or effort into these. However, this is actually done by Insomniac Studios, who is a fantastic developer. They also made Sunset Overdrive, and they used the Sunset Overdrive engine to make Spider-Man. This is a revamped version of the Sunset Overdrive engine. So if you haven't played Sunset Overdrive and you own an Xbox, you should go play that, because that's the closest thing you're going to get to Spider-Man, and that's a great game as well. Now, with that being said, Spider-Man is fantastic. They did an awesome job on the universe. They completely showed a very well-versed knowledge and respect of the source materials, but also while being able to change enough to make it their own while still staying within that universe. Very tricky thing to do, and it was perfectly executed. So Spider-Man would easily be one of my favorite games this year. I even bought all the DLC. I still gotta go beat the Turf War DLC, but if you haven't tried Spider-Man, you're really missing out, and just go pick it up. I think GameStop has it on sale this holiday, and PSN has it on sale. I don't know if anyone just has it on sale outside of those. I'm pretty sure GameStop had it on sale though, and I think PSN has it on a discount. I do recommend the DLC, so if you want to buy the version of it that comes with it, you're not really going to be losing out on that. The first DLC is awesome. I don't know about Turf War yet. I haven't played it, so we'll eventually get there. And number 1 on my list, and most of you should have seen this coming at this point, is Red Dead Redemption 2. So, Red Dead Redemption 2 did an amazing job of capturing the time period that existed in, so essentially taking that time period and trying to recreate it. Whether it be from you getting to see snake oil salesmen, or from the actual weapons being actual weapons that existed, they did a phenomenal job on every version, or every aspect of the way they handled that game. Even with the houses, you're buying essentially a house out of the Sears catalog. That's what you're doing. That was a thing. You could do that. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in my Sears is going bankrupt video. So to see them take that and put it into the game and just show an absolute knowledge of that time period, but also while creating an amazing story. The story is probably one of the best stories you're going to see out of any game this whole year. If you liked the first game, you're gonna love this game, because it's going to tie into the first game, and you're not really gonna see it. Like, if you never played the first game, keep in mind this is a prequel. So this is a prequel. This is telling you it's gonna lead up into that first game. If you haven't played the first one, play this first, then play the first game. So play Red Dead Redemption 2 first, then play Red Dead Redemption. It's like trying to figure out the order you should watch Star Wars in, but at least those are numbered correctly. So, guys, that's my list. That is everything that I would recommend for you to pick up. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments down below. What are you planning on picking up? What do you think I missed? What do you think should have made my list? Keep in mind, we all like different games, so something you might like might not have appeared on here, not because I dislike it, just because, well, it wasn't a game that I would have probably played. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. I really appreciate those. They help me grow the channel. If you're new here, you can also click that subscribe button and ding the little bell. That little bell is like a lifelong commitment. You and I are gonna get married. It's like putting a ring on it. Not quite. That was creepy, right? Also, if you want to follow me anywhere else, like my Twitter, Xbox, PSN, any of that stuff, it's all linked in the description box down below. And I'll see y'all soon. I'll have plenty more content coming for you, so stick around.